To Midnight Meditation with Emma, and we back again this week. How has your week been? Good. Mine been told, I'm tired of a lot of this rain, all this rain. Thank God it's slacking up. I ain't saying it's ending. It's supposed to be slacking up for the next couple of days, and the weekend might get a little sunshine out there. Here we meet again with Midnight Meditation with Emma. Here it is, June 22nd. And we still in forgiveness, and it's about forgiving myself, not others, but also forgiving others too, but mainly about forgiving myself. And it says that, and we're gonna dive right on in. Y'all know how I do. It's like, let's go and get to the meat and potatoes of this thing. I am now willing to forgive myself for believing that people who do not agree with me are wrong. So when I first read that, I was like, what? I need to forgive myself for believing people that don't agree with me are wrong. I really didn't ever give it a lot of thought whether they was right or wrong. I just, okay, we don't agree. And then, we agreed to disagree. That's, how I came up, and that's what I always believed. I didn't never really believe. There we go. Okay, but anyway, I didn't ever really think about or believing that they were wrong because they disagreed with me. But then when you look at it on a deeper level, because that old saying is like, or how we grew up, my way or the highway. I'm always right. Whether I'm always right or not, I'm always right. But it goes on to say some people it says some people do things completely different from the way that you would do them. It does not mean that they are right or that they are wrong. It means that people are different. Exactly. There are things that people say which you would probably say in a different way at a different time. It does not mean that people are wrong to speak up, to speak out, or to speak their minds. I know I certainly be speaking mine, whether I'm right or wrong, I speak my mind. Nor does it mean that you are wrong for choosing not to do so. It means that people are different. Different is not right or wrong. It is a reality. Differences becomes problems only when we choose to measure ourselves by our differences in an effort to determine who is right and who is wrong. So let's go. We're gonna put a pin in it right there. We're gonna come back and finish it off. But just to marinate on this little piece right here. It says, I'm going back now. It says it means that people are different. Different is not right or wrong. In reality, it is a reality. A reality like real life, real real right here, Johnny on the spot kind of stuff. Reality, differences become problems only when we choose to measure ourselves by our differences in an effort to determine who's right or wrong. Now, it wouldn't be a problem if I wasn't constantly trying to prove that I'm right and to prove you wrong, or to prove that you wrong and I'm right. Yeah, you get that. You see how I done that? Okay, yeah. So, when I look at this and I look at some of the decisions, okay, some of the decisions and some of the things that I go through, and some of the conversations that I have learned over these past few months or so, that it is not, I don't have to be right or wrong. I don't have to exert a lot of energy trying to prove that I'm right and somebody else is wrong, or that somebody else is right and I'm wrong. I don't exert a lot of energy in doing that. Because as it says, the reality is that the differences becomes a problem when I'm trying to determine who's right and who's wrong. So if I ain't trying to figure out or determine who right and who wrong, ain't no problem. But being that we're human, let me say, being that I'm human, and I got these human standards, let's say, or I live by these human guidelines that are not always right. That's why they call this thing called life a process. It's a process we go through. It's a process to change our thinking. It's a process for A, B, C, D, E, F. Life is a process. And getting it right and wrong is a process too. Because God didn't create me to be perfect. Because if I was perfect, me could consider me to be imperfect. It means everything I do is gonna be perfect and gonna be right. It ain't gonna be wrong because that's how God created. But that ain't how He did. He didn't do that. I was created to make mistakes. I was created to depend on Him. We were all created differently. We was all created with our own mindset, a different way of thinking, of talking, of acting. Different. Is that different? I say, it is not lovely, healthy, or necessary to make people wrong for what they do, what they say, or the way in which they do it or say it. Nor is it self-affirming to feel wrong when you see things differently, do things in a different way, or express a difference of opinion. All people are different from one another. I just told y'all that. I just said that, right? Our different point of view shape our vantage point and our vision. Where we sit is a function of where we have sat. Let's read that one again. Now, it says, where we sit is a function of where we have sat. So I looked up the word function. Yeah, I did. I looked up the word function. And it's moving parts. It's moving. It didn't say moving wrong or bad or good or evil. It's a functional moving part. So if where I have sit is a function of where I have sat, that means that those things that I have experienced in my life, because that's where I have sat, those trials and tribulations that I done been through, that's where I have sat, those blessings and opportunities that I have acquired or received, those are places where I have sat, are all part of why I sit where I sit today. I didn't do half bad. No, let me not say I. The God I serve, and it ain't, yeah, y'all know I talk, yeah, I got a power greater than me, and I choose to call that power God. But y'all know that I have a really good, my opinion is that my relationship with the God of my understanding is a hell of a relationship. So, considering the places that I have sat and where I am sitting today, I've been truly blessed. And sometimes along that way, people have said I was wrong because I was different. I did things differently and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, okay. But at the end of the day, I am who I am. I am who he created me to be. So now let's keep going because this gets good. What we can see is a function of what we have seen. Wow. What we can see is a function of what we have seen. No one person's experience, point of view, or viewpoint is more accurate, more acceptable, more righteous than another. Y'all catch that? Come on, somebody join me. Where y'all at? Y'all out there? Hey, family. Let me just go on and post and say, hey, hello. Okay. Let's post some. Let's post something. Okay. Let me type a message. Let me type something. No, I don't want to. Oh, let me come back over here. Let me type a message. Say hello. 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 Family and friends. And then friends, see, let's see what we get. Okay. All right. Yep. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. So, no. Hello, family and friends. Let's come back down here. Let's see. Okay, so I was just trying to send a shout out to. No, I want them both. I want both of them. Okay, let's come back. Okay, and go up. Okay, let's see if we can do this one. It won't let me do it. So I don't know. It's something going on with the with my Facebook. I mean, not yeah, Facebook. It's like I don't know what be going on with it, but what I do know is that um, at some point I gotta figure it out. I know we go live stream on YouTube and Facebook, so I don't know. I ain't gonna stress it at the moment. But let's get back to that piece that I just read. It says that no one's experience, not one person, not one person's experience, point of view, viewpoint is more accurate, more acceptable, more righteous than another. It is simply different. Our differences sometimes make agreement difficult to achieve. They should never make us feel wrong, nor should they lead us to believe that what others believe is wrong. Until today, you may have questioned, opposed, resisted, or even detested differences. Just for today, open your heart. Be willing to embrace different point of views, different habits, different responses, different opinions, and the differences that exist between yourself and others. Today, I shall be devoted to embracing and celebrating differences and to forgive myself for believing that they are wrong. So, ouch. Okay. So, with that being said, okay, now I can say, because that glare was getting, y'all know how my eyes get. So, and I can take that in reference to some right here, right now, real life showing up kind of stuff. When first of all, let me say I don't expect everybody that I encounter to think like me, walk like me, talk like me, because they're not me, because we're different. But I do have a level of expectation when I have or we have did some of the same trainings and we've did or walked some of the same streets and the same, I don't know, had some of the same experiences, but then once more and again, the way I view it and the way you view it is totally different. And we have done the exact same thing. So it's like, just because we're different don't make us be right or wrong. It just means that we're different. And forgiving myself, I need to be A-okay when the time comes that I need to forgive myself for believing. Now, you get this. For believing. Let me put some eyes back on that one, because I was straining right there. For believing that people who do not agree with me are wrong. Like I said, it don't make you wrong because you don't agree with me. It makes you have your own opinion, your own thoughts, your own mind, snatch my, I be snatching my earring out with my glasses sometimes, and that's what that felt like just then. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Forgiving myself is most important. Forgiving myself for when I believe that, or when I try to coerce somebody to believe what I believe, um, or when I'm so dead set on believing that you wrong because we have a difference of opinion, you know. And I didn't realize that, that's not true. I did realize that my believing you was wrong, or that other people outside of the way that I think are wrong. I knew that was crazy as hell when I was believing. Cause that's like me saying, shit, you don't got no right to your own shit. But I got a right to forgive myself for believing that. But all the time I'm not so easily eager to forgive me. I can forgive others, but it's hard to forgive myself. Uh on any level. I'm getting a little better with it, but forgiving myself on any level has been hard. Uh because of my warped thinking, because of my this uh, because of the lies that I tell myself that I am worthy or unworthy of, or that I have to punish myself, and so that I deserve to be treated as such, and I have to. That's bullshit, and I'm getting better. Let me just say, I am getting better with that, you know, because just because I believe different, and I feel different, and I think different, don't make me wrong. Just because you believe different, think different, feel different, don't make you wrong. I just gotta keep forgiving myself for believing that you're wrong. You know, just because you're different. You know, God created us all different for a reason. You know, the people that walk around in the world today were not meant to be or created to be the same. That's why, and that's where our diversity come in at, that make us strong. That when we can open our hearts and our minds and see each other for who we are, right where we are, we'll be able to become a more loving and caring society. Because I think in the end that that's what it's supposed to be, a more loving and caring society. I think God created the world for love, to be loved, to show love, because He loved us. Because He loved us. He gave us a son. He gave us a son. You know, I I'm grateful for these meditations and these readings. I'm grateful for understanding. I'm grateful that I'm not alone. That there is somebody somewhere out there who's just like me, being supportive. I'm grateful that at the end of the day, that I can look in the mirror and say to myself, okay, 1 second. I don't know if this is a major input. Okay, I'm not. You're gonna have to wait. But what I do know is that I have to take care of myself to the best of my ability. And in doing that, you know, um, I get the opportunity for growth. Excuse me for a minute, class. I get the opportunity to grow. And for that, I'm truly grateful. Uh, because I get to learn and see what my mistakes I've made so that I can learn from those mistakes and not repeat them. I get to look and see the growth that I've made so that I can see where I want to continue to grow. If I want to shift gears, uh, I have the opportunity to allow others to make mistakes and not nail them to the cross because I ain't God. You know, um, the truth of the matter is that it's a blessing and a lesson for me to be able to accept the differences that are amongst me. The differences between the people that I interact with, the differences. It's a beautiful thing. Because with differences, man, we grow. You know, and I done broke a fingernail, y'all. I don't know how I broke it just sitting right here. And my book ain't that hard. I mean, I'm really like for real. Don't know how I broke this fingernail, but y'all know I hate fingernails. I mean, y'all know I hate. No, y'all don't know. I hate breaking my fingernails. I work hard at keeping my fingernails strong. And when they break, man, they break down because like they really really are strong. Shit. But anyway, um, I am grateful that I was thought about and created in the womb of my mom. I'm truly grateful that God loved me enough to see about me. You know, I'm grateful that I can forgive myself when I need to and be able to forgive others when I should. You know, it's a beautiful thing to be able to admit and accept when I'm wrong. Because that means I'm human. It means I'm human. And with that, folks, I'm going to say good night. Hello? I know I'm at work. I mean, I'm doing a class, D. And I take, wait a minute, hold on. I text you and said I'm in a class. I'll be out in a minute. Okay. Okay.